Typically we invent at the beginning of the text. You got it. Okay, so you have to get started.
She provides affirming, in-the-moment feedback.
What did you say? Adam said it's standing up for rights. And what did you say, Grace?
I forgot.
You said it was people who do things what?
Oh, who can do things by yourself?
I want people who do things by themselves, so you can go ahead and write that down. Okay, so Adam, you've written bravery means you stand up for yourself and for others. Awesome. So we've given Steve a chance to get his thought down, and then I'll share mine.
The teacher scaffolds appropriate wait time for students before sharing her own response. This prevents students from copying her ideas instead of generating their own.
I kind of erased it a little bit. I wrote, when I think of brave, I think about people who do the right thing, even if it is hard. Brave. So you can say what you just said, the thought that you just had, which is that people in the civil rights movement who were advocating for equality, and you can copy that right off of your thing, were brave because. Right? So people advocating for equality during the civil rights movement were brave.
Students verbalize their answers in natural language before being referred to answer the prompt.
This fancy word is advocating.
She further scaffolds instruction by pointing to each word individually to support students with attentional difficulties and language learning needs.
So why were they brave? You said what brave means, right? You said brave means people who do things by themselves. So why were the people advocating for equality during the civil rights movement brave? What did they do for themselves? You're going to write down that they were standing up for themselves and others, and then your next sentence, Adam, is going to be about how. So what you just said is going to be your next sentence. How?
Sometimes the teacher provides direct spelling support, while other times she provides the sound and expects the student to provide the spelling on their own.
Okay. So now we have to use a phrase that says we're going to give an example. So how could you say that? How could you say that now you're going to give some evidence? Let's see.
The teacher connects to the standards linked goal of having students accurately quote or paraphrase from a text.
Listen to your friend. Well, you're actually talking about the evidence, but how would I tell the reader of my essays that I'm giving it evidence? You actually used these when you were writing your essay on goals. And you used this clue word when you were writing about Stargirl.
Example.
You got it. You see, for example. So write down for example. And I'm going to write down for example also, because that's kind of a funky word to spell. For example.
She elicits student responses to her question by connecting to their prior knowledge and learning experiences.
So now let's actually think of that example. Let's think of one example from the movie and one example from your piece of paper on Jackie Robinson. So from the movie, let's think first about the movie. Who was the girl in that movie? What was her name?
Ruby Bridges.
Ruby Bridges. So for example, what is something that Ruby Bridges did by herself?
She went to school by herself.
Yes, she went to school by herself. So, let's see if you can say, for example, Ruby Bridges. Now, is it just that she went to school by herself, or was there something special about it? What was the special thing? She went to school by herself. I go to school by myself every morning, so do you. But she was something special. What was special about Ruby Bridges? She was brave because she was the first what?
Black.
Yes. Yes. She was the first black girl to go to a white school. Not just to go to a white school, but by herself, right? So go ahead and write that down. Remember, you're always trying to connect your evidence back to your ideas.
Staying at that school and staying at the right time school. students for a better education.
And why was that hard to do?
Because everybody would threaten.
Yes, so go ahead and write that down. That's a really great idea.
The teacher provides differentiated levels of support based on the needs of her learners.
What did he do by himself?
Like baseball.
What about baseball? What did he do? He was a good baseball player. What else is special? He did win awards. What do you notice about Jackie Robinson compared to his teammates? He was not the only one. He was the
First.
yes. So go ahead and write that down. That was something he did by himself too. Nobody else had ever done it, right? Jackie Robinson was the first. Okay, wait a second though. Wait a second. You were talking about Ruby Bridges here, and you said, for example, how could you change the reader's thinking? What could you say?
The teacher provides wait time before jumping in to provide the student with an answer.
Additionally, or also, right? Either one. So,
Choose additionally.
okay, so here's additional. You like that word?
Yeah.
Alright, additionally, right?
The teacher affirms the student's grade level selection of vocabulary.
So now you're ready for your conclusion, and you're tying it back. What's your main idea of your essay again? What is this?
Brave.
What does brave mean?
Do things by yourself.
Okay, so now you have to tie those ideas together. So you could sometimes say something like, that's how they were both brave, or they did things by themselves and that made them brave, something like that. Okay, so can you write that last sentence? Think about what you'd like to write and write it down. Yep. So can you go ahead and read yours silently to yourself, because then you're going to read it out loud to both of us. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and write that. Alright, Steve, can you read your work out loud to me, please?
Because they do things
Start here.
to be brave beats people who do things by themselves. Things by themselves. For example, Ruby Bridges went to school by herself and she was the first black person.
You got it. What should that word be?
Okay.
The student catches his own error while reading aloud. The teacher prompts him to think of a better word, but does not provide it for him.
Was the first black baseball player. That's how they were born.
Very nice. Are you proud of yourself? What do you like the best about your work?
Do things by yourself.
Okay, so you like the definition you came up with, right? You know what I noticed is that when you were reading that through, you found a word that didn't make sense and you thought of a better word. That's a really good skill. All
The
right.
teacher provided additional supportive feedback and tied it back to a transferable skill.
What right did Jackie Robinson stand up for?
He was the first black person playing baseball on the right team.
So he stood up for, do you remember that word that means black people like belong together? Segregate means separate.
Integrate.
Yes, so he was standing up for integration of baseball. Okay, so you're almost done. You have your introduction, you have evidence, you define brave, and you need a conclusion.
The teacher lets the student know where he is toward completion of his task. The student works independently on his conclusion for several more minutes. Then, the teacher encourages him to reflect on his work.
So I want you to skim this really quickly. Tell me one thing you like about it. One thing you're proud of.
I like the
Cool. What I appreciated is that you actually only needed one break. This is a lot of work for you. You only needed one break in the middle to go to the bathroom. You did a nice job staying focused.